Okay, we have Marcus Luttrell on because he has some very exciting news personally, and I think this is some of the most exciting news I have heard. This is a reason, personally, I think this is a reason to get together and celebrate. Marcus, as you know, is the lone survivor, and if you know the story, have read the book, you know that he was saved by a very brave man and village. And if you happen to be if you happen to come into their village and you are in need of a glass of water or you're wounded, even if you're an enemy, they are required to take care of you. He happened to fall into this village, and the guy who was really his savior was Mohammed Gulab. And this guy is now falling into a situation to where he's known as the guy who saved Marcus Luttrell. And when this movie comes out, it's only going to get more dangerous for him over there. And he is coming over to the United States for a visit. I would like to see that we could get a green card for him because he is increasingly in more and more danger. And he saved not only a friend of mine, but he is saved, and he won't like this, but a man I believe is an American hero. Marcus Luttrell is on the phone with us, the lone survivor. Hi, Marcus.
What's going on, brother?
How are you?
Good.
Are you at home?
Absolutely.
All right. How's your wife?
Fantastic. She still loves me, so life is good.
That's surprising. The over and under would nobody. Anyway, let's.
New morning is a new day.
Yeah, I know. All right. So tell me a little bit about Gulab.
He's definitely an interesting man. Probably the most honorable man I know, other than my brother. And what you were saying earlier is absolutely true. He's willing to hang it all on the line just for a total and complete stranger. And to this day, I mean, I ask him pretty regularly when I email or when I talk to him on the phone if he's in any more danger than he was before I came into the village. And they didn't have any problems from the Taliban or Al-Qaeda before I rolled in there. And since then, multiple villages of his family members have been killed. His house has been burned down. His car has been blown up. He's been shot. They try to kill him daily. But we got him. He came over here, if you remember, a couple of years ago to visit me for the first time. And then with the release of the movie, we want to get him back over here so he can view it and just so I can see him again and we can hang out. And everybody talks about him becoming an American citizen and everything like that. But he's a proud Afghani. And if he did come over here, if we did bring him over here, it would all have to be the right way. It'd have to be the legit way. I mean, following every rule, because that's just the way he is. He doesn't cut any corners, and he doesn't believe in that. I mean, so trust me.
Well, nobody's talking about cutting any corners, but I mean, I sure would like to have him be able to apply. And if he doesn't want to change his citizenship, that's understandable. I mean, he's a guy who saved your life, so doesn't want to change citizenship. That's understandable. I mean, I don't know if I'd be signing up to become an American citizen right now with some of the things that we're doing, but have him be able to stay here if his life is in danger is
right.
Important.
Yeah, that part he does agree with, and I tell you that because once we pull out of Afghanistan and it collapses back in on itself, because you're not going to. I mean, the democracy that we tried to establish over there is definitely not going to hold because obviously they don't want it to hold. And once we pull all the money out, obviously this is getting deeper than we should get on this interview, but he's a dead man. I mean, literally. I'm surprised that he made it this long without our help. So if anybody deserved any kind of asylum or our help, it's him. I mean, he didn't not only save my life, you know, he helped out, the village helped out the people who rescued me, the Rangers and the Green Berets. Then it was on the CSAR package that went and recovered Axe and Mikey and Danny. And then he's been helping out with intel for our government to chase down bad guys over there till, you know, hell wouldn't have it. So I just don't. I wouldn't understand if they denied him when most people can just walk over here freely. And
they're not going to deny him. They just won't deny him. I mean, I don't think that if there was ever any problems with anybody denying him, I think there's a lot of people, not just our audience, but a lot of people that would have a real problem with that. So he's coming into Houston, and we don't want to say when he's coming in exactly, or flights or anything else, but he's coming in this week.
Yes, sir.
And I know our cameras are going to be there, but is there anything that we can do, Marcus? I mean, it doesn't have to be this week, but is there anything we can do? Can we have a welcome to America, thank you for saving our friends party for him?
He's kind of an under the radar kind of guy like me, but I let me talk to him when he gets here. He's just so skittish about all of that because he knows it's dangerous. I mean, he doesn't want to cause any rifts in the kind of the global spectrum over there because his family is always in danger. And he's a war fighter as well. So you got to think about that. He's on point pretty much 24/7. So when he gets over here, I'll bring him up to the house and you and I can sit down with him and we'll hash everything out and see how.
Yeah, well, I don't want to put him in any. I just know that there's a lot of people that would like to thank him.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I mean, here's an example of a guy in Afghanistan who, is he Muslim?
Gulab?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's Muslim, right? So, I mean, here's a good Muslim guy that, did the right thing, saved our guys. So I just like to point out that there are really good people over there that are also really helping. This is a good guy here.
Yeah, if you want to see what a true, Muslim, true Islam is all about, you'll see it when you meet this man. I mean, he doesn't forego any part of his religion for anything. It's the nonviolent. I mean, if you back him into a corner, he's going to fight kind of deal. Just the way the religion is taught. And I truly understand it now. I really do. I get it. And you're right. I mean, there are good people out there. And then there's people who say that they're one thing and they're not, and they just try to kick the system or beat the system any way they can to better themselves. And that's really not what the true meaning of that religion is.
Does he speak English at all? Because I know he speaks, what is it, Pashto?
Pashto. No, he's got fragments here and there, but a good friend of mine and a guy who actually worked on the movie set is a Turk. Will be with us the whole time, translating back and forth. So
because Mel, your wife, told me that your phone will ring in the middle of the night and it'll be him, and you don't speak Pashto and he doesn't speak English, and yet you have a conversation with each other at night
for probably 15 or 20 minutes.
And you don't understand a word he says, and he doesn't understand a word you say.
No, this may sound funny, but or ridiculous, but it all falls back to when I was in that village for that week, and I just go off the inflection in his voice, and he goes off of mine, and I just kind of can understand where he's coming from and what he's trying to say to me and how things are going out there just by the way he talks to me. That's how close we became.
That is such an unbelievable thing. So when he calls you, what do you hang up the phone and your wife says, what did he say?
Well, and I just go off. I'm like, well, the first thing he told me is that he's, hey brother, how you doing? I love you, I miss you, and this, that, and the other. Everything's good out here. Things are bad, kind of deal. I could hear it, and I do understand some words more than I let off, but I just can't put it all together, kind of deal. So I catch that, and then he's vice versa with him from me. So. It's crazy how close you can become to somebody when they're your lifeline, when you absolutely, positively have to hang on to every word they say and every emotion they throw out just because you think that they're going to keep you alive.
I think this is the Spirit speaking tongues. This is you're given the gift of tongues. You can understand him, he can understand you, but you don't speak a word of the language. I think it is it's a God thing and a heart thing, Marcus, and it's great.
Yeah, I probably would agree with that. Even when the Green Berets and the Rangers came in and rescued me, they had guys in that room with us that spoke better Pashto than I did, and I was still the guy who was transferring the information from the villagers to the Green Berets and back and forth. I know that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But
no, it does. It does to me, at least. It does to me. You connected on a heart level and a spiritual level. So, Marcus, always good to talk to you. How you're done with the speaking tour, right?
Yes, sir. We wrapped up Pensacola on Saturday, and it was good. It was great. I mean, we brought in a couple of new players for the last show. A teammate of mine from my last deployment, Ramadi, and Derek Scholl. He sang on stage with us, and it was great. It was a good time, and I appreciate you coming to the show. And
oh my gosh, Marcus, first of all, give a plug real quick for the hospital if you don't mind here in Dallas.
You talking about Carrick Brain Center?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, the Carrick Brain Center.
Yes, these guys have changed you, Marcus, in a good way. They have really helped you a great deal.
Yeah, it's crazy saying this on the radio because as far as anybody's concerned, I don't have any problems, right? But yeah,
everybody knows that you have pain and everything else. But you are these people have helped you and others who are in really bad condition. They have really helped you out a great deal, and I just find that they're remarkable people.
Yeah, I owe them a lot. I mean, they got me sleeping through the night. Apparently, my attitude, from what I understand from other people, is a lot better. My mood is a lot better.
I didn't notice an attitude problem. I wasn't talking about that. Marcus, good talking to you, brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right, love you, man.
All right, bye-bye.